Welcome back into Sports Sunday. We promised you we'd bring the pain, and here we are, delivering on that promise. Joining us is Sacktown's finest mixed martial arts fighter, Max Payne Griffin. Max, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I'm back.
You are.
I'm back, baby.
We're excited. All right, so let's let the viewers know a little bit about your career in fighting. Max currently holds a 15-7 record in MMA. He's got a big fight coming up at UFC 248 in Vegas on March 7th. This will be his 9th career UFC fight. His opponent, Alex Oliveira. Max, word on the streets is this is going to be the fight of the night. Why do you two match up so well together?
Man, I'm fighting on UFC 248. It's a huge fight. Cowboy Oliveira, which is his nickname, he has multiple fight of the nights, performance bonuses. And he was actually scheduled to fight someone else. That fight just got pulled, and they put him with me to be on a big card. It's on a huge night, and they want to see action. So that's what they're going to get.
When you think of Vegas, you think the bright lights. You're going up against a guy named the Cowboy. How do you feel in terms of the large magnitude of this fight for you? Is that extra pressure, or is this just something you've been trying to get to your whole career? This is what a fighter dreams about.
This is what it's about, fighting the biggest guys on the biggest stages. I mean, I started when I was young, fighting locally, amateur, growing up in the ranks, but I mean, I wanted to be one of the best. My goal was to be one of the best, travel the world and fight the best warriors, and that's what we're doing.
All right, well, since we have you here, usually this is the time that we play a game of 5 on it, so we figured we'd do 5 on it, Max Payne Griffin style. So we're going to ask you a series of questions. All you're going to do is just give us your best answer. I'm going to go ahead and start us off. So obviously, fighting is pretty violent, especially UFC. When did you know? At what point were you like, yeah, I want to be an MMA fighter?
Well, I used to want to be a Ninja Turtle. And,
That's a great answer.
yeah.
We all used to want to be Ninja Turtles.
When I was being Ninja Turtle, but when I got a little bit older, I used to watch UFC, the old like Tank Abbott, the old school stuff when they had really no rules.
Right.
And I was kind of watching it like, it made me kind of squeamish, but for some reason it sucked me in, and I love it.
I need to know, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
That's a good one.
I was kind of a mix of all of them, you know. A leader like Leonardo, smart like Donatello, a little bit of temper.
All the positive traits wrapped into one.
I'm funny, you know, most of the time, like Michelangelo. So it's kind of like a mix of all of them.
We'll act like you're going up against your shredder for this fight, first weekend in March. Tell me, though, what's the hardest you've ever been hit, whether in practice, sparring, in the ring, in the octagon? What's the hardest you've ever been hit?
My brother.
Oh, really?
My brother hit me when we were training about 8 years ago. We had little gloves on, like small gloves, you know, you're not supposed to hit people with. And he hit me 1,000%. I wasn't ready. And
older or younger brother?
he's younger.
Okay.
He tries to get
He's trying to get his licks in.
He tries to get his licks in. He tries to get his licks in. But yeah, that was about 8 years ago, but I'll still remember that. That was pretty serious.
He's like, if you weren't ready, you're going to be now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to ask this. Out of all the fights, and we all have like whatever games that we play in, we always wish that we had one back. Out of all the fights that you fought in, which one do you wish you could have back?
Oh my goodness.
It's tough, right?
You know what? I don't take anything back. I feel like everything you do, and you won and you lost and you learn. You know what I mean?
Right.
So those opportunities that I didn't come out 100% clean or whatnot, I feel like I wouldn't be who I am today and be ready for the next go. So I don't take anything back.
I like that.
All right, so what is Max Payne Griffin's dream fight? Lay it out for me.
Oh, man, I want Conor, man. I want Conor McGregor, man.
All right.
He fights 170. I know he runs around and he kind of controls the whole thing. He got a lot of stuff on him. But if he's still around, give me another year, I'll be top 5, and then we can talk.
I like a man with goals. He's got his
Confidence.
vision board laid out. I'm good with that.
You know, as we grow up, you always hear moms saying, you got to have a plan B, right?
Yeah.
If you weren't fighting, what would you be doing?
I like talking. I like using my voice, you know what I mean?
So you're coming for our job.
Yeah. Coming for both of them, you know?
We got plenty of time to do that when you stop fighting.
Even after this, no,
Right.
I do want to get into, I do a lot of commentary stuff at the fights, and I love it. I like talking, and my point of view, I like putting it across. So I'd love to get into more commentary, interviewing, up that realm.
So you're not camera shy is what you're saying?
Nah.
We know that you have been training at GameFit here in Sacramento, and it's a little bit different because he's not your typical, fighting trainer, but what kind of skills are you picking up from Lem Adams that you see as extremely valuable moving forward?
Man, on top of your break being 6 laps,
Yeah, right.
Active
his
recovery.
mind, what he makes your mind go. He takes you to the point where you can't go, and he breaks that. He'll say, do 1,000 push-ups. And if you can't do that 1,000, you got to start from number 1 and do them again. And being able to mentally do that breakthrough of what you think you can do, he blasted all that away. There's no, he smashed away all limits in my mind.
Right.
So just that ability to push through and regardless of any situation, be able to make it happen, that's what Lem has done for me.
All right, guys. Max Payne Griffin, we'll be cheering for you from here, Sacktown, when you're in Vegas. Let people know where they can find you on social.
You can find me on social media, Max Payne Griffin. Everything's Max Payne Griffin. I have my website, maxpaynegriffin.com. I have a lot of stuff coming up. March 7th, I have an event. February 22nd, a meet and greet. Just stay tuned, check me out, and watch the fight. Don't miss it.
All right, as you said, March 7th against Oliveira. That one, UFC 248. Make sure that you tune in.